Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Here we go. Right there. 54.
And they'll begin by running the option. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And now off to the races down the right side. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. On play action, Allen tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for touchdown right here out of the gate.
No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Third down.
Play fake. Now here's Montana. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And Jennings has it. He's at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. On with a Giants able to recover? Yes. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Patterson. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. K1 short, pushing through there to make the play defensively. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Allen's throw is complete. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DK Metcalf. 42 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start with the option. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the gun, it's Allen. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
23-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
DK Metcalf, incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is taken just shy of the 10. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
They will look to throw. Montana. They set up the screen for Henry. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. There's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Giants' 5-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we...
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 97 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
57's the light. Pick me up. Here we go. Shoot!
Play action. It's Montana. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
41-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he finds Corey Davis.
Nothing here.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Corey Davis, 59 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now this throw caught left side. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 20.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. And right side, Henry's got it. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and
well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long. And his throw here's incomplete. The veteran Greg Jennings, the intended target. And now it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Jefferson. A gain of 7.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To Jefferson on the slant. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Colts first down.
Now Montana. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Jefferson, 43 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Is good. Makes the score Giants 35, Colts 17.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go, go, go. Right there. 54, right there, right there.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Don't say nothing.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Today,
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.
Anderson to kick off.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morten Andersen to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Buda Baker.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play fake. Now here's Montana. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Henry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Henry again, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully gets
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Out of the gun, Watson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A toss right to Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Derrick Henry.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
On second down, Montana. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's brought down after a very nice game. That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Derrick Henry from a yard away bowling his way in. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Jason Myers.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
14.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Faking the give. Now Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, Watson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
Reset. 18. 54. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
One more time with Mostert. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Morton Anderson to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
1st and 10 for Montana and company. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Aeneas Williams on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. He'll find Metcalf. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Mostert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
For our Cowboys.
Here's Mostert. And the Cowboys are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
They'll run with Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Cowboys 21, Colts 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Montana. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Game at 21 apiece. Dan Bailey set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Returning it, Johnson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Now Watson on the RPO. That's complete right side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
Now Mostert.
At the Colts 20-yard line.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Colts going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go, D. Say. Watch out.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their...
He's got it at the 15. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Now here's Johnson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. The little clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock's...
And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute and try and get 2 plays, because if you try that, that's all you're going to get is 1, and it won't be a 1 towards the end zone.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And a Colts first down.
Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Patrick Queen.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Indianapolis.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Shotgun. Here's Montana. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. So that's Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Watson, his first throw of OT. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the 50, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's Mostert. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll move the chains. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Good job over there, baby. I see you. Good job over there, baby.
1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment.
Morton Anderson on for the field.
And another timeout taken by the Colts. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They will look to throw. Montana. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Down at the 37.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
Now Montana. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up. Here's Montana to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
At the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Yard line.
Watson now to throw.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And another timeout taken by the Colts. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
On the keeper, this is Watson.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So everything rests on the left foot of the great Morton Anderson.
1-yard attempt.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And we will play on here in overtime.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
To throw is Montana.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
7 yards there and a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's taken down.
They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10.
They'll try the air now with Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys. Ready for football now on a sunny Florida afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A huge play that time for the Colts. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The toss right to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
carry.
Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
The line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 40-yard in there.
Myers' kick is good.
He is good.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. That's caught by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
4-yard line.
And they'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It's on the pickup.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The open man is Smith. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Colts 3, Dolphins nothing.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Derek.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle made at the
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Running from the gun with Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
13 yards.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their
14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on 1st down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. DK Metcalf, 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, That's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Check. Check, check.
They begin with Henry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Check, check, walk 54.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A first down carry for Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Oh, going for Jefferson down.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
45 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Dolphins 21, Colts 10. Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Vick will look to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Ricky Williams, the ball carrier.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. And this is caught by Jackson.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 24. Check.
Here's Michael Vick. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Michael Vick.
Jalen Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Dancing to his left. Caught left side. Williams. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
He's got his man. It's Williams.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. From the red zone now, Vick. His throw incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Vick. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
No gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
4-yard line.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Complete.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Montana. In trouble, and he's taken down. Julius Peppers in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They have the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Dan Bailey set to kick off.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Williams to return.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark.
Jackson. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ricky Jackson. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3 brings up 3rd and 4.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Williams now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
47-yard line.
Jackson throwing the out route and complete. It's Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On second down, here's Fournette. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
steps away to his left. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 22-yard.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
That's good.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studio. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Jackson on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
7-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, that's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. Call it a gain of 5, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And Jackson throwing once more. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 30. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown! That could be
an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
43-yard line.
Here's Montana to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. But as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play fake. Now here's Montana. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
On the return is Williams. Oh, he shifts past him.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Fournette, a first down carry. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Jackson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Good. Makes the score Colts 14. Our home team.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Williams. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to you.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Robert Mathis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He's back to throw. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. He couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now is Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Williams.
14 more.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Jackson to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
4th and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
14.
Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.